Welcome back to the Lumberjack Challenge. Today we're going to mix it up and get a few more productions and, well, we're going to start doing a little bit of field work. You'll see in a minute, but you see they got these planks here. We got the long wood beams. We got the long planks, and also we should have some paper over here. Yeah, we got a couple things of paper and plenty of pellets being produced. That's all the things that we've been producing so far, but these items we have been just selling them instead of taking advantage of some of the other productions that we have available to us. So today we're gonna mix that up and change it a little bit, but I need around $400,000 to do everything that I want to do today. Let's head on over to the site where we're last cutting down trees, because most of our equipment's over there, and talk about how we're going to achieve our goals of buying new productions and turning our goods into new products today. So I did decide that we're gonna stick with the old blue harvester over there and get rid of the Volvo. I did look at the options for reconfiguring this into a harvester, and this one will do up to 71 meters of logs. It's the other Volvo that will do even more. And since we don't have that one, I think we'll go with keeping the other harvester. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna take this to the store. We're gonna get it sold because we do not need it anymore. Get it all strapped in there, raise the ramps. Let's go see how much money this can bring us and probably buy the two things that I need to buy production-wise for today's goals. Don't flip, don't flip. It flipped. All right, let's see if we can sneak in here and just sell this right off the trailer. We can. All right, so we'll repair it, and that'll give us 223. If we repaint it, it jumps up, gives us another couple grand there. No, make sure we're clicking on the right thing. There we go. Now we're sitting at $391,000. It gives me really close to the dollar amount that I want to be at. But let's jump over here real quick and start jumping into the sky. And first we're gonna go into productions, and we're gonna build a factory here. And the one that I want is from the Platinum Edition or expansion, and it is called the Pet Accessory Factory. So let's see what it looks like. Oh, here's the front. Yeah, natural pet comforts. Let's give it a little bit of space away from our shed there, but right there it'll go. And let's go ahead and take a look at that production. We'll do some detailing on it later on. So now we can make birdhouses with long planks, and we can make cat houses with long planks and wool, or we can make dog houses with just long planks. So long planks are definitely going to be a priority so far, but I do want to make all three of these, and it is a Y production, so we will have to split our desires or our priorities on what we want to make. And maybe let's dive a little more into this. Let's go look at these three items and see what they sell for. So we will start with the cat tree, and the cat trees do peak at around $10,000. Is the chair from this one? I'm already drawing a blank. It would be the birdhouse would be next. And then we have the birdhouse up here, which is about 4,600, and then the doghouse is 7,400. So the cat tree, it's definitely the big item. And what's interesting about that is it takes the same amount of wood as the doghouse and gives us a couple more grand because of the wool. Let's jump back into the air now. And I think I'm gonna come over right here by the barn, and we're gonna hit animals, sheep, and we're gonna go with a $51,000 variety here. And I think I wanna turn it, yeah, we'll turn it this way and place it about right there. And I think that will do good for our sheep enclosure. What good is an enclosure without any sheep in it? So let's head on over here, see how much money these sheep are gonna cost us. Those nice heaters for them, keep them warm. And we're gonna have to get them food. So I think what we'll do, I do want to just get the price in my head though. And it doesn't matter which ones we go with, but we are gonna want to go with the closer to adult age where they already hit puberty. So $400, so $538 to be clear there, because the fee, unless we went and bought an animal trailer, but we'll do probably the delivery fee. And if we got 10 today, that would be, add a zero, $5,380. So how are we gonna get them food? So if we look at this one, I believe it takes hay or grass, but we'll definitely want hay because We want them to produce as much wool as possible. Let's head back to the store. Let's take a look at some items that we're going to want to buy to make this happen. First thing I want to look at is, well, let's go into our store here. We do have this mower. We can reconfigure it to cut the grass for us. And yeah, I know it's not traditionally for making hay, but we're going to do that in our playthrough. I'm going to go with the Pottinger. The HIT 16.18T gives us 17 meters in width for tedding. So we'll go ahead and get that purchased. We'll go into the windrowers, and we're going to go with the Kuhn GA15, 131, which is 14.7 meters to make our swaths. That leaves us $218,000. Let's go ahead and take a look at balers, and keep in mind that we still need some money for the sheep. But I do think I'm going to go with the big baler 1290 high density New Holland agriculture baler with the Michelin tires. Oh, look at the US version. I wish the whole thing would change, but we will stick with the standard version. Not too bad. Lots of equipment over here. But what I'm going to do is we're going to take the semi home. Oh, where'd the rest of it go? Why did it not purchase the other two? Okay, that's why we didn't have. Okay, what happened there? Windrower. I didn't think we were going to have enough money, but we'll go ahead and buy this one. Fetch at the shop. And then we have $156,000 left. So I do want that baler. So we'll have to fund some money for it. But I think what we're going to do, we're going to get this home because we're just going to use the JCB to bring everything back. So we're about, $80,000 short. So I think what we'll do is we'll get all our pellets maybe, or the paper. All the pellets would probably do us good. So let's go ahead and hook up to the other semi, get all the pellets, we'll get those sold, and then see if we have enough for that baler. Not gonna be a ton of farming. I'm just gonna cut the grass whenever we need food for the sheep. But I'm definitely going to start looking at these productions as we expand, and there'll be a lot more that we do in the next few weeks. And if there's farm equipment or farm crop types that we need for them, we might just do it. But I figured cutting the grass every once in a while in all of this wide open area that we have, not planting grass ourselves, but just cutting the existing areas, would be more than enough for what we're trying to do. All right, let's go get the pallets of the pellets and get them sold. We're gonna try to get 50 in here. We're gonna see how this plays today. We're gonna try. All right, let's activate it. And they just load too fast, I think, is what the problem is. Yeah, we got 31. I'm going to try to trick it. And I'm going to come over here. I'm going to unload them here. And then I'm going to see if this will just reload them cleanly. Which it looked like it did. And then we should be able to back up. Slowly get a couple more to add. 33 now. All right, now I'm just a madman. I'm gonna try to get this to work. I want the whole 50. All right, selling away. We ended up with 33 on the first trip and $20,000 there. We're super close. Hopefully the rest of these will give us enough. We could sell some of the planks and long beams if we need to, because we don't have a production that call for them yet. But I do want to start saving this material for these new productions we're gonna buy, so that we can just really start maximizing our money from the sawmill. And potentially later on, we're gonna consolidate just to one larger sawmill as well. I grab a few planks too, just to make sure we do have that dollar amount we're looking for. Yeah, because that's all of them now, and if we lock them in place, it's 28. So that'll get us close to 20,000 more, which would get us the dollar amount, but we still need to buy sheep as well, and good gosh, why does it keep zooming in like that? I think we'll sneak through right. Not a good approach there, Chris. And we'll loop around and grab as many of these as it lets us with the auto loader. Just one, huh? We're gonna get a little more than that. Let's go ahead and unload these, reload them. Auto loading fun. And see what else it lets us grab here. All right, 4 should do it financially. And we'll sell the rest later if we need to. 28,000 pellets and 4,000 planks. And we should still have more wood chips because I did move everything before I slept in July. So there should be some more being produced, and yeah, just a little bit more that we could move later on if we wanted to as well. All right, hopefully this puts us a little bit pretty close to 200,000 is what I'm hoping. 11,000 so far. I think we're definitely going to get over that 200,000 mark. That'll give us plenty of budget to buy sheep. There we go. 22,000 or yeah, about 22,000 more. We'll go in here just to get everything purchased. There's the baler. I guess we did have enough money. I was thinking it was 185 for some reason, but we got 50,000 left over, plenty for sheep. And a little bit of cash in hand. Next thing we're going to do is get this home. Check on the sawmills and see if we need to prioritize those. I think I gave it 2 months worth of supplies, so we might not have to do any woodwork in August other than moving pallets around. And next we're going to drop off the winch here. If I can get my angle right here on the camera. There we go. And get this John Deere mower picked up because we got to go reconfigure it to what we need it to be. There we go. Swing over here, take it to the store, get it reconfigured. Then we'll figure out exactly where we want to cut a bunch of grass to get our first bit of hay for the sheep, and then we'll buy some sheep. All right, I heard the zone click there. So we should be able to just reconfigure this now. Customize. We want mulcher as no. Light system would be kind of cool. There we go. Cost us no money. We'll just have to attached to it. All right, let's go cut some grass. Now, wouldn't having spray paint be awesome to just like spray these things, whatever color we want? But I think we're gonna go closer to the sheep enclosure so that we don't have to move the bales as far. I was gonna cut right here, but I think we will just do this side. Yeah, let's go ahead and lower it here. Turned on. Some nice grass coming down there. I'm excited to see how big that tether is in the windrower. Those are going to be awesome to use. It's nice to get some funding before buying this type of equipment for once. But like I said, we won't go crazy with the farming. Stick to logging, but wanted this production and it needs wool, so we're gonna get some wool. Phase 1 is done. We'll go ahead and put the mower away for now, and hopefully this is plenty of grass for a while. I don't want to cut every month, so we'll learn a little bit and then we'll do a big cutting session if we need to, but yeah, definitely want to get back to the logging, and we'll just supplement this every once in a while when we need to. There we go right there. All right, let's go get the tedder. Let's get that lowered and turned on. Even at 9 miles an hour, this is not going to take long at all. Time to row it so that we can then bale it, and then we'll get back to logging. We're almost done with this phase, guys. The turnout that we've had viewership wise for this series has been awesome. I think my enjoyment of doing this series too is lining up really well with the viewership, so it's always nice when that happens. Definitely helps to add to that excitement of hitting the record button. I'll go ahead and close those so they're not open. There we go. We'll drive around like that. But yeah, definitely adds to the excitement of hitting the record button when it's something that I'm really enjoying doing and you guys are also enjoying seeing it. So keep the feedback coming, keep the help coming. It feels like a collaborative series at this point. It's been awesome. Multi-layered. I believe the front ones are wider. Yeah, it makes sense. Turn it into a nice V to then turn into a swath. Those back ones lowered as well and activated. The circle-shaped field is throwing me off a little bit. Need to just do some straight ups and downs for Chris's brain to catch back up. And that should be the last one we do here, too. Whoa, 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 that was not the right control button. I'm having an issue with my steering wheel where the brake pedal sensitivity isn't very good. And I lean on the keyboard way too much for it. Silliness. Oh, okay, we will do one more turn around here. And I'm hoping this is like 4 or 5 bales. I'm going to do the biggest ones that we can on that baler that we bought. But I'm hoping that this is only a couple bales that are just huge. Let's go ahead and lower it there. I mean, hoping and being realistic at the same time, because we could hope for a lot more than what we're getting, you know, with like 100 bales out of it. It's just not going to happen. Oh, the colors are just off enough for it not to be a beautiful, perfect match. I don't know if that comes across on YouTube. I mean, it looks so similar of a color, but it is slightly a little more orange, I think you would say, in the JCB yellow than there is in the New Holland yellow. Yeah, just a hint of orange I see. Yeah, this is a big boy. Let's look at the configuration here. We want to make sure, just hit L. Yeah, the 240s are the ones that we're going to want to make. And I might regret that if we get like, you know, 60% of the second bale or something like that at the end. Go ahead and get it lowered and cruise on. Get a little better angle for baling. Well, let's get a few straw bales here. Straw bales, they're hay bales. Goofball. Can I make this turn and actually pick it all up? I've been struggling on the turns, and I think it's because of the way the JCB turns a little bit, but those are excuses. That is the 4th bale already, so I think we're gonna possibly get 6, which should get us plenty of hay for a while, which is ideal. Absolutely ideal result for cutting some grass that's just growing naturally and it's not fertilized or anything. And that should be 6. I think it'll say 4 up here, but we'll unload 2 of them. And working on bale number 7, but I don't think we're going to get there. We are going to get at that funny 33% number-ish when we're done here. But yeah, more than enough hay for quite some time. Okay, let's shut that off and go ahead and unload those. They can go, I could have gone closer, but they can go anywhere. Get that one off of there as well. Go ahead and fold it up. Yeah, 40% of the next bale, and we have 6 completed bales. So that's pretty good day's work there for our first hay cutting session of the Lumberjack Challenge, which is kind of funny to say. Yeah, I thought we had room in that bay. Go ahead and try to crank it over, and then we'll correct, and we should be good. All right. The next thing I want to do is switch over to the telehandler. And we have the pallet forks on here already, which we're going to use as our bale spikes. Oh, use steering wheel dummy. And we'll get a bale close by. We won't be able to actually feed them until we buy the sheep. So we'll get one close to the enclosure. We'll get this one that's the furthest. Probably grab both of these, actually. Go ahead and lower onto this and change your angle so you can see what you're doing. There we go. Chris trying to be smooth, and it failed. All right, so there's one. So 8,000 liters per bale. That's gonna do well. We got a lot out here. It's like 6,400 or 1,000. All right, there looks good. Just a hair lower, and then we should be able to drop and grab both of these. Tilt it a little bit just to make it a little safer. Yeah, and we'll get this 16,000 ready for the sheep. And I am gonna probably move all of them over here today just to make sure we have it all as a nice visual. So when we see that there's no more bales or that there's one left, we could make that our indicator that it's time to cut more grass. Try to do this. Yeah, and just slide it a little better. There we go. And we'll jump out right here. And let's go ahead and we have 25 that we can buy. So let's buy, I can't do math. We'll do 8 here. We'll do 8. Oh, there's more types than I thought. We'll do 8 here and 8. And then we'll get 1 of the brown, I guess, just to mix it up. So we have 25 sheep to produce us as much wool as possible. And 4,500 seems like what it took. Okay, should be pretty good. Let's double check here in the animal thing. Yeah, and so as we start progressing, their health will increase and they will start producing wool for us. But I'm gonna get these other 4 bales moved over here pretty quickly, and then we'll get back to logging finally. It's so crazy. Like I've I've avoided doing a lot of this work on Farming Simulator just due to the time it takes, and I missed out on getting a lot better at it by just practicing. I don't know if I needed practice or just this is the right vehicle for me. I just feel comfortable, really comfortable doing bale work and pallet work in this JCB telehandler. Makes me kind of regret not doing a lot more of this earlier on. FS25 is going to be awesome, guys. Those, I want to, let's grab a hold of those, get them far enough over so they have better shot at being in the food trigger later on. Okay, so with 6 bales there, we should be set for a good amount of time. I do want to go and grab some long planks with this and take it over to the pet accessories building. And we're going to probably, while we wait for some wool, we'll activate those other productions because it'll be nice to just make a little bit more money off of that. And I believe it was long planks. So I think I'll grab 2 right now from this one, and we'll see how much it takes over there to just get it populated. But since it is a Y production, Y and not an I production, or a parallel production, I should say, that's gonna, dictate what we produce over there, because I am gonna want the ones that are going to bring us in the most amount of money and not necessarily just like all of them so that we have it. We're going to make some business decisions with that. So that took 2,000. The pellets, we'll shut that off for now. And then let's look at this. Birdhouses was 150, makes 200, 90 takes 95. I am going to go with the dog houses for now. And we're going to change all of these to spawning just so we don't have to later. Okay, we'll go ahead and, I wanted to see, it could hold up to 20,000, but we're not going to need 20,000. But we are going to start running this as productions and like a business. And we're not going to just sell these. Oh, let's get that log moved. We're not going to just sell these because we want to make money. We're like actually worried about our stock, and if we keep a good stock of all the items that we need in the productions, then there could be a month where we don't have to run the sawmill because we know our productions aren't going to produce as much, and save money that way on production costs, but you also lose out on potential income. So, give or take there on how to run the business, and constantly expanding is really the focus on this. Probably expanding a little quicker than I would if the game's cycle wasn't coming to an end, but it's going pretty good. I'm gonna get all of these long planks moved over, and then we'll start cutting down some trees. Oh, this is just marvelous. If I can do this without dropping these. Oh, I knew I turned too fast there. I jerked the wheel a little too much there. All right, just steady does it. Take all 4,000 of these over at once. And the terrain that I haven't fixed messed us up again. Haha. Oh, we tried. A for effort. And the last 2 heading on over. That'll give us 10,000 liters of long planks to get a good start with the pet production. And we'll have to keep in mind that we're going to want other productions that are going to need long planks as well. And just lower these a little bit. And there we go. And I don't think we need to actually sell anything this month. So I think what I will do now is take a look here. Yeah, we have 14,000 here because we don't actually need the money. So, I mean, there's no reason to actually sell it. We can let this stuff build up a little bit more. $37,000. Let's look at a few things. So the long-term sawmill that I was talking about, let's go ahead and go to factories and I'll show you that. And it's probably going to go out here. It is the one I used in Whiskey RP, and we will face it this direction up here. We're going to do a lot of flattening out of the land and make it a nice approach for everything over here. Make it look like a good production area when we do that. But that's going to be our long-term sawmill, and I'm probably going to be doing that next episode. So 150,000 for that. I did want to look into a couple other factories here. We could make pallets that needs trees, but I want to shy away from that. I want to get to the productions that need some of the things that we've already made, like the wood turner, which could take long planks or trees. So we want to find one that can take the different planks, but I'm just seeing the long planks, it looks like, which, I guess we can change our production focus to just be long planks. Like, is wood beams something that you just sell? I can't believe planks doesn't go to anything. I swear planks used to. Oh, here we go. The flooring factory. And then the furniture factory, regular planks go to. Okay, and the barrel factory. So that's another thing that I do want to look into, is possibly mining as well. We'll see. We will see. Factory. All right, so the next thing I do want to buy after the sawmill is going to be probably the flooring factory or the furniture factory. All right, so $250,000 is what we're going to want to get to for those next phase of this operation. So let's go ahead and head back out, and we're going to need more wood because that's how we're going to make more products. We're going to see really fast how much we were relying on the winch for the rear weight. Let's see. Do want to get a few of these loaded up today. Trying to remember. There we go. And we did like overdo it off camera. I did overdo it with the cutting these down. So we'll see if I can actually get under this one or bring it back. Then we'll grapple it, raise it up. Let's turn the angle just a hair. Okay, so we're off just a beat there. Oh, I always get the buttons confused. I want my angle right here. And now I want to be able to raise this again. Okay, so we're going to back up, start using the steering wheel, and cruise on in. And that should allow us to now straight, if we get high enough, and just drop her in, please. Please and thank you. Get this back down and try to bring it in. Gosh, the truck's moving, or the semi's moving too much. I was hoping it would be stationary, and we weren't actually too strong to do that. Grapple down on that and see if I got a hold of anything. Did we really? Okay, it's bouncing a lot. Let's go ahead and, yep, I think we're good if we just back up. This is where the weight's going to be questionable. The JCB can handle it. What a beast. There, we're open, and we'll tip it, open it more. Shake the little guy off, please. Beautiful process. I believe we got one more tree that was prepped for us, or by me, for us, for this episode. Okay, let's go back to the other approach so we're not doing the pushing them. There we go. There we go. You got two again. All right. Some luck. Oh, yep. The weight would be nice. Get that rear weight back on it. Go about right there. Undo and tip at the same time. And we're going to have to go push that one. Okay. Should just be able to sneak up here and bop it a little bit. Didn't bop it. We didn't bop it. Bop it. Bop it. There we go. And for good measure, we could go on the other side and push it in farther, but without the semi connected, I don't know if it's going to cooperate that well for that. Okay, that should leave us just this. Close it on up. Tipper. Glorious. There's another tree. There's another tree. Okay, guess I could have tipped first. Not bad. But I do think at this point I'll come in here and strap that. And I did remember there's one more tree that I cut down. You can see it on just the other side of the harvester. Oh, yeah, we got to start taking care of the stumps over here. They're going to start getting in the way. Okay. Oh, got my buttons confused. And down. That should be good. Really getting the hang of this, guys. What a blast it's been. Didn't think this would be the way I would end FS24, or 24, FS22, but it's happening. Oh, we completely just botched that one. Okay, try that again. Go like that. Okay. Not too bad. Let's see if we can sneak in two of them here. Did not. That's okay. And open. Open sesame. Fantastic, man. Man, oh man. All right, just one of these small little guys over here to pick up, and we will be done with what we've had prepped already. Yeah, these ones are a little bit of a pain. Just barely holding on. Let's see if we can trick this. That backfired. All right, what's the weight on here? Yeah, I thought so. We can pick this up. We'll just do it ourselves on this little guy. Not the best load that I've done. Actually, one of the worst. Can't pull it with this. All right, I'm going to get this in a different location. I do want to get a complete load here before we go in. So I think we'll start heading down, to the bottom on this side. Guess we could have finished right there, but I was already heading this way before I thought through my thought. So I think we'll pull over about right here. Yeah, that entire forest we do own, so we're going to take care of all of these. And of course, that means our 13 miles an hour is going to have to drive far. That's all right. Let's go ahead and get this thing unfolded, though. What already was. I was being silly. Okay, I have been messing around with this angle here. Go ahead and lower it a little bit. It's kind of a cool little angle for doing the logging work. All right, now we can hold O, and that'll get it in the right spot for us. It's going way up. What is it doing? Uh-oh. All right, I was gonna say, I'm not sure what that was doing there. All right, now if I just turn this way just a hair, shift back like, oh, no. Being a doofus. I was trying to turn the camera. I was doing all kinds of weirdness there. Okay, so if I can come around this way, like about there, and lower to there. Now if I just go like this, these should be pretty easy to put in. The problem is, when I get to the next one, I struggle finding the same location. But let's do this. Let's see if we can do it. And we're gonna grab this one next. A little too low. And O is just like going up, 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 and it's not stopping. So we're just gonna wonder what it's doing. It's like not doing. Okay, we're gonna raise it up a little bit, and we're gonna try to go to the exact spot, but this is, like I said, this is where I've been struggling. Maybe if I give myself the best start here by, yep, okay. Nope, I want the camera, there we go. About right there. Now we'll switch back to the joystick and try to turn this like I did last time. Keep turning, raise up a little. That's not gonna help. Let's turn a little bit less. And that's not gonna do it either. Yeah, this is the hardest part for me, is picking this, making this decision. But I think we got it pretty close here. If I just turn like that, actually, if I do this just a hair more, and then forward, okay. Now we're just fighting with ourselves. If I raise it, there we go. I like it. Oh, I didn't know it was angled towards there like that. Oh, that's a disaster. Oh, that's funny. Haha, the pains of logging. All right, let's get that should be good to finish the load. Let's go get the JCB. Theoretically, we did this. That makes our job a little harder by messing up like that. Okay, let's get that angle we like. I think I need to zoom in a little bit more. I think that might help a ton. I get stuck side zoom a lot, or that far zoom. Back up. Okay, now I'll turn like that. Okay, not bad. Go ahead and get this finished loaded and figure out exactly where it needs to go priority-wise. I think I might go to the paper factory first and then go from there. No way that just happened. Oh, are you kidding me? I was being fancy, trying to do like a cool time lapse for you guys, and then, yeah. Now let's see if we can grapple it or trick it and convince it. I'll use super strength if I have to, but that's hilarious. Kinda, yeah. Okay. That's where I feel bad for console players, because like I'm trying to stay true to this playthrough, but that was a little much for me. When I usually break when physics breaks like that, like it wouldn't have slipped out of the grappler there. That would have been probably a pretty bad catastrophe for the tractor in real life, you know, to be honest. Now I'm curious if I can get both of these in one go. Let's adjust that angle a little bit. Now, should be oops. Gosh, Chris, should be able to do that. They're skinnier, but I don't know if I can sneak under this one because of the terrain, but oh, that might work. No, don't push it more. Don't push it more. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, terrain. We might have to go, yeah, we'll have to go to the other side. And let it out. All right, I'm curious to see if we can just pick up this one. We can. Okay, it's always 122 meters, or 122 kilograms. But we just can't grip it well, apparently. Throw it on there and strap it. Shut off the JCB for now. And let's head to the paper factory. Actually, we'll hop into the productions and see who needs it the most. Furniture. I mean, we could make furniture, technically, with planks. So we'll do that. We'll get that going. It is a Y production, which is fine. We're fine with that there. And then here, okay, so this is where we want 14,000 there, 13,000 there, and then the paper factory, we still have 7,000. So yep, we'll go to the paper factory next. All right, we have arrived. And unstrap those so they deposit a little bit better. 28,000. So this place is almost full, but I do want to get that other production going while we're sitting here. Diversify. All right, let's see about these. Oh. Well, we already have, you know, having that we have. Since we have a production that does take the pallets, we might think twice about which one we're going to do next, because I would like to find something. I'm going to try to find something that uses long beams on the internets, but I don't know what that would be, because that seems like it might be a final product for going to like a shipyard or a lumber yard, right? Like, so we're producing stuff and we're selling to the lumber yard to then sell to the consumer. So maybe that is all that we do with the long beams. But let me know if you guys know of any good mods for that, and I will be on the lookout myself as well. Struggling with these planks though. There we go. It does feel nice to start diversifying, and of course we went from the furthest one, but I did want to get this just up and running, and then we'll do a little bit of a little speed run of moving all these pallets. There we go. Yeah, and then we could go from wood, but I want to prevent that. So we're going from the planks, and it's going to also give us wood chips that then will give us pellets. So this is actually ideal situation here. Let's change this to spawning, and we'll make it a priority to start making furniture. Did we check on that price earlier? Yeah, furniture peaks at 6,400 in July, so we just missed the peak for that, but that should be okay. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of the planks moved over here because that's definitely a little bit more money than the planks bring us, so I think quite a bit, isn't it? Oh, 2,000, yeah, so it's give or take the same because of the production costs and the lost, you know, not one-to-one when it comes to planks to furniture. So I don't know. I think it's more fun this way though, to use the productions instead of just, you know, drop wood, make pallets, sell pallets. It's just a lot of the same, right? So this mixes it up a little bit more, a little more fun. There's that reverse pedal not working. All right, I feel like I've done a lot of yapping. Get these moved over and we'll move on. I was wondering if we're gonna get to see furniture before this episode's over, and we absolutely are. They look like it's IKEA, apparently, that we're making furniture for, something similar to that. All right, pretty fancy, but we do have 11,000, or it was 12,000 planks, I believe, that we moved over here, and it's made some furniture from it already. Pretty nice. Everything is satisfied for the month. I think I am gonna do a little bit of selling of some goods that we know we're gonna sell. That was redundant. To end the episode. All right, since we don't know of a production yet that we're gonna use for the long beams, we're gonna go ahead and sell these. I should be able to fit 4 on here at a time, or in each row. Come on, give me my forks back. There we go. That terrain change, always the terrain change that gets me. Let's go ahead and make sure this is strapped. Please let me just do it. Okay. Gosh, game. Just sometimes, guys. In the last pallet, we're gonna load. Man, I'm loving this JCB telehandler. I can't say it enough. I feel like an actual, like, operator right now. The steering wheel joystick is just, I think that was a mistake I made earlier, was I was doing keyboard, mouse, and joystick. On this series, I haven't been using the steering wheel a lot because I haven't been doing a ton of driving. So I think that was a big difference tonight. Hooking up that steering wheel felt great. Okay, we can switch to the bucket later and get those wood chips moved around, but let's go ahead and hop in here. Make sure everything's strapped in, accidentally shut it off. Go sell 8,000 wood beams and 2,800 paper. Well, I don't think the front ones are actually calculated, so I think it is 5,600 paper. All right, and here we are. I think I cut the corner about right. Oh, is that top one not gonna sell? That's a pain. Pain in the booty. It might have been close to being sold. Let's see. Yeah, it was. Okay. 125,000 bucks, 126 almost. Puts us at 161. So it seems that next episode we might be able to start that next phase that I want to do of getting the new sawmill up and running, the single sawmill. I want to double check though that that will actually produce enough goods for us in 1 month, or if we're going to need 2 of those big guys. If not, I might modify the settings to get it to what I want, to be honest with you. It's a huge facility. It should be able to produce twice as much of what one of these we're producing. I'm gonna get everything set up to start cutting some trees down right away at the beginning of September. And hopefully we'll see some of those doghouses soon too. Not one yet, but that is an actual in-game production by Giants, so they typically don't allow or have productions that just instantly spawn pallets. You know, you gotta actually wait for the time for the production to do the thing, which I do respect. It is fun to be able to see the furniture get produced as fast as it did in that mod, though. All right, I think this is where I will leave you. I'm Socks Way Up. Thanks for hanging out. I will catch you on the next episode.